All right, it's 6 o'clock. I will call the 4th Board of Selectmen meeting to order, and we'll invite everybody to please stand for the pledge.
There ever was an issue, but I think that would kind of simplify everything. We just open on the 15th, and it's open for snowmobile trails, and then whoever goes to the pond, for whatever reason they go to the pond, they're on their own, but they can get there.
New business. First up, department involvement within site.
To be responsible for putting information on web pages. Everybody knows more about the activities of the individual departments of the town than the employees of those departments.
Fire department, police department, and library all have their own websites that it would be beneficial to the other departments that they be able to make modifications and upload their own information so that it can be as up to date for the public as possible.
I think that makes perfect sense. You know, there again, you answered the question as far as the secure part of it. That would be the only thing that. But with that being said, as far as so everybody's ready to start moving on this, correct?
Yep, so Brittany and I have access right now. It's still going to be good for the launch. I figure that if you decide to allow for departments to be able to post to their own website, we can set up times and for them to get their usernames, and in the interim, we can still do postings for them.
Okay. So committees, like the rec commission, would have access to it. Well, that would probably be done through you, so that's...
You guys could make that determination, I think, if you would want the rec director to have access to just the recreation page, or if you'd also like the rec director to have, but you get to sign up whenever they do their process.
Okay. I'll put that into a mobile, the department head.
All right, so
Cable providers, and so the only way you can terminate a contract is if you can demonstrate that a cable provider is violating the terms of the agreement, which would be extremely rare, and it would also be very issues that the town wants to discuss.
that being said, anybody that's watching this or listening to this, when that representative comes in, that's the time to come in and voice your concerns.
Absolutely.
All right, I mean, do you want that in, or just...
Well, I
Obviously,
It's short, sweet.
it needs some more
Right. Fluff.
but
Right.
so to say. So I will continue to do that and maybe work with Dave, have him
If you want,
send it out to you guys to.
maybe we can you and
Perfect.
send it to you, or send it to Dave. We can
was it CAS?
TASK.
TAS. Test.
It's a good idea.
In process of development, you have a draft of it here. It's missing a few things at this point, like the capital reserve fund balances and some other figures.
We actually voted on this at the last meeting, and you weren't here. So.
I watched the last meeting. I heard what you said.
I mean, do you have a problem with that? All joking aside, do you have a problem?
Cannot be modified
Right.
per the RSA at the
That's why you're
session.
taking it?
So, no, I believe.
I mean, it's just going to be referred to him anyway, so.
Right. I mean, of course, he's not here tonight to ask.
I think they assume that they're going to be doing their own. Right.
They need
That's
to have or whoever's piece it is, their code.
Right.
yeah.
Understood.
Because we weren't necessarily in agreement with what was in the budget, so you may not like the answers that the budget committee were to give.
Yes. Okay. That's Ryan.
14 is the Bridge Capital Reserve Fund.
That should be Pat because it's,
Okay.
And 19 is submitted by petition, so.
can't be
Okay. Community does it a little differently.
So, like, we'll start with budget. I would be the point person for it and then turn it off to Mr. McDougal to
That-
speak.
should do that.
You love in.
I don't mind either way as a plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's just a.
Who's got it?
Andy's going to do 15 and 16
And, okay.
and 17.
Building was non-compliant relative to electrical outlets and wiring and such, and that money was encumbered to take care of improvements, and so that work did receive the notice. Also today, you received a notice from the Town of Middleton Zoning Board of Adjustment, and they're hearing an applicant say the 9th.
We move it.
The 25th would be the next Monday.
You want to move the following Monday?
You know, keep in mind that as well.
Yeah, I would be here on a Wednesday
Right.
anyway, so.
So, is that good with you, Ryan?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move that to the February 18th meeting. We're going to move to February 20th.
Can we leave it as pending? I mean, her calendar says that it's open, but can we leave it pending until we confirm with Dana?
Yeah, I mean, if
Agreeable.
there's a conflict, we'll have to readdress. Maybe you can make a recommendation if there is a conflict, Dave, to
Okay.
To
move it to a different time.
or move them, whoever the conflict is with, move them downstairs. I think that, honestly, I think that our meetings kind of preempt.
Sign it and
Tell them as long as they signs downtown, we'll do it.
I mean, if we
Yeah,
don't sign it, I
I
don't
have
know
no
what they're
problem.
going to do.
Maybe with our Atlantic broadband.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If we're going to have Atlantic Broadband in here, maybe we could talk to them about getting some email
Well, I think it
accounts.
all ties into our website and how we currently have our email addresses, I believe.
Mm.
That's always been the issue in the past,
Okay.
which I know it's been talked about, but I don't think there was ever an official. I think everybody agreed it needed to be done, but I don't think anybody was ever truly given an action. It was supposed to be part of the website thing. I'm not sure
Okay.
if
Well-
that became part of it or not, but
I'll look into it along with our team leaders. Okay.
I guess I'll just comment on that is, I mean, Gmail's free. When I first started this adventure, I created a separate Gmail account just for this, and that's all I use it for. So I would encourage other members to do the
I
same.
have so many passwords and so many different other things. It's like I would just soon have one. Right. But if you just add that in there, even if you add both. I don't know, it was just something that, you know, and like I said, and then there was a few grammar, so.
Yeah,
Can the town, is the town able to sort other bids?
I can respond. Yeah, basically, they do have in effect, a monopoly, because they've already invested in the community and have run out of way on all of us when they passed those laws.
Okay. Very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Humphrey?
Just a couple quick things. I know, Ryan, you want
Virtual town halls and schools, a large provider, municipal, and
have a model tree cover, you have 20% temperatures, less exposure to skin cancer. Interestingly, on rural roads, when
As you start talking about contract negotiations and things, that's something.
yeah.
I've also heard talk from the department heads, I forget who it was, but one or two of them had mentioned getting high speed, having them give high speed internet to like the police station, the fire station, maybe town hall, included in, hey, you want a franchise agreement? How about if you also do this? And that might, maybe they will, maybe they won't. You know, like you said, they're kind of a monopoly.
Right. Thank you.
Can I respond to the gentleman? Equipment grants are one of the areas where they do have some ability to accommodate municipalities. So if there are specific needs in terms of equipment for your local access broadcast or whatever, if somebody could provide that information and we could take that up with them in negotiations.
The previous one was basically a blanket $5,000 grant for, and then the idea was to get it on public access TV. Ended up that was cumbersome. We never did figure out how to do it, so we ended up using.
A couple of years there when we were using that we didn't come. Didn't have any need to come. And
So I just got to kind of short here because so we can keep moving on. Selectmen comments, or we'll.
But with
be
that,
going tonight.
with that being said, I mean, I'm not.
And just because maybe there's 20 or 30 people here in the audience, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is the overall consensus of the whole town. So I just like people to keep that in. Again, I'm not
It's-
so where there's a
Let
motion.
me read them again.